as I did O.J. Simpson hearings. I lived in San Diego at that time. And there was some newswoman on a TV station in San Diego who was a lawyer. And she covered the hearings and then, and then at nighttime, then they'd give maybe a little local news. That channel would give a little local news, maybe half an hour local news and sports, weather. And then at 5:30 it would repeat all that went on in the OJ. And so I watched that thing.
And from day one, did you think he was guilty?
Always. From the chase, the white Bronco chase on the highway, I thought he was guilty.
Right.
And Kardashian, his lawyer, Robert Kardashian, when they brought
This is Kim Kardashian's father.
He's the father of all those girls.
Okay.
And
he's dead now, right?
He's dead. And she married an athlete.
Bruce Jenner. See, I know my pop culture, Mother. I keep up with this stuff all the time.
Evidently you do. And he's had something done to his face. Bruce Jenner.
Is that right?
You wouldn't recognize him now from what he was as an Olympic athlete. But anyway, and you know, I watched that program Kardashians one time.
Yeah, we tape it. We watch it all the time.
You don't any such thing. But I'm telling you, they are the weirdest. The weirdest clan of people ever imaginable. But anyway, Robert Kardashian was a personal friend of OJ's and defended him. And when the verdict came in not guilty, he had the most astonished look on his face. He couldn't believe what he was hearing. But anyway, OJ now is serving time. And you know what? I picked up yellow sheet though at the grocery store, those papers.
Right.
Because OJ has left a Kardashian girl money in his will today.
Really? Interesting.
There had been rumors about 6 months ago because the Kardashian girls, two of them are average, and then there's this
average what, with looks or
average
or
height, and then there's this tall girl, and it's the tall girl that it was rumored was OJ's child. And it was just denied every which way. But then I'm in the grocery store and I always look at those newspapers to see what is the Hollywood scandal. And here the scandal, OJ leaves whatever the Kardashian girl's name is in his will. So I buy that paper and read it, and OJ has left. It doesn't say.
Because he doesn't have a lot of money anymore, I wouldn't think.
Yes, he does.
That
overseas somewhere, or his NFL
pension,
retirement pension or something. But he does have, and this is why who was killed with his wife, the young boy.
Yeah.
Their parents.
Yeah, I can't remember their names.
Yeah, but anyway, they've never been able to collect a dime from OJ because his stuff cannot be touched.
Right, he had it set up that it's retirement, you can't get retirement, and there may have been some other stuff. Why do they let Dick Morris and Carville into the Republican convention?
They do, and at all of these conventions, the Republicans were at the Democrat convention, the Democrats...
Well, I know Biden said he wanted to come to Tampa, but he didn't because there was a storm.
Oh, that's right, at the last minute he didn't go.
But I think they pulled him because they didn't want him to say anything stupid.
Yeah, that's exactly right. They wanted the Republicans to be stupid and take the headlines and not a gap from Biden. And you know, I couldn't help but think watching that debate with Biden, you know, they tried to get him off the ticket and put Hillary in his place. And so he has got to be a little bit mad about that.
Right.
And so when he's been out making these gaffes, I'm wondering, is he doing it deliberately? Because he's mad because they tried to dump him.
Well, I thought Ryan had a good line when he was talking about Romney and the 47%. He said, occasionally things just don't come out of your mouth the right way, Mr. Vice President. And everybody laughed.
Oh.
To my knowledge, that was the only audience participation. So I thought that was clever. Okay, well, let's put this off.
Would spend more time here, except
Okay.
okay. He's opened the door for consistent light, but clothes aren't consistent. These are garden clothes, so excuse me. But I did want one more thing about the Secret Service. I don't know why. I guess because they're willing. Their job is to lay down their lives for a man they don't even know, may not like. In fact, the drudge report just has a Secret Service guy got drunk after Obama left Florida this week, the day of the debate, and he was found face down, and they sort of arrested him, but they went through his pockets and found he was Secret Service, so he was let go to Washington, back to Washington, although he told them he had to leave the next morning on another assignment. So. But anyway, Secret Service has always fascinated me, and one day when I was living in Chula Vista on a Monday, I had planned with Bruce that I was coming over to see him Monday morning. And I planned on my way back home I would go via Coronado because the Clinton family was vacationing in Coronado. They had, for a couple of years, stayed at the home of the owner of the Hotel Del. And they have a lovely, lovely house directly across the street from the hotel. And directly in front of this are big rocks and then the ocean. And anyway, Clinton was going to go jogging early Monday morning, and I knew his Secret Service would be with him. And I wanted to see the Secret Service, not Clinton. But anyway, so on my way home, it's about 11 o'clock, and I go by and park, and a man helps me up the rocks, so I'm up high, and sure enough, here comes Clinton and the Secret Service jogging back to the house. And Clinton's legs are as white as this paper I've been holding. And I just thought, as a little boy, he must never have gotten out in the sun and gotten his legs brown, because once your skin gets brown, I think it browns up easily when you're in the sun. But I was shocked at his white legs. But all the Secret Service guys were in jogging stuff. And anyway, there was a press conference. He was with his foreign affairs man, had accompanied him. So this can be a write-off. This can be tax-paid trip. And this man was holding a press conference over at the Hotel Del. And so when they helped me down off the rocks, I started walking over to the press conference. Well, I had brought my earphones because Rush was on. And so I put my headset on and proceeded to walk over to the Hotel Del. And God, there was a man following me, and I kept looking and walking and looking. And anyway, I saw the earpiece, and so I knew it was a Secret Service man. He was dressed very casually in a nice plain short sleeve shirt and nice slacks. And anyway, he was following me over to the Hotel Del. Well, when I figured out who he was, I stopped and I turned to him and I pulled away my ear and piece and I said, I'll bet what I'm listening to is more interesting than what you're listening to, because I'm listening to Rush. Well, this little tiny smile came over his face and he just turned around and walked back to the... But anyway, I was fascinated watching Carolyn Kennedy's agent. And he kept his eye on me because I had taken my chair out of the straight row and turned it sideways, which meant I was facing the anteroom where Carolyn waited with her friends. And I'm wondering who those two lady friends, young, might have been her daughters. But
could have been.
I kept thinking maybe they were library people, except all the library people I came in contact with wore smocks. And these girls, and they were very tall, which Carolyn's husband is a very tall man. And they were young. They could have been her daughters. I don't know. They could have been library. I don't know who they were, but they were at the table with handing the books.
Okay.
But anyway, that Secret Service man, first thing, here he's facing me. My chair's not where it's supposed to be.
Right.
And I had my purse to the right of me, and he came around to the left side of the table, facing me, the left side facing me, and was standing there, and he was watching me the whole time. And I kept my purse there, but anyway, finally I got into my purse and got out the article with Carolyn's picture on it that was in the paper, and read that and put it back in my purse. And the next thing I knew, he was posted where he's supposed to be, right behind Carolyn. And another man was there. Anyway, that's the end of my Secret Service story. I interviewed him.
Say that again?
What?
Say that again?
I think Bruce was with the CIA when he was with Kellogg's and was overseas. Or at least I do know he was interviewed
By them.
to be a CIA agent when he was over there.
Okay.